My research project looks into the ethical dilemma surrounding pet cloning. I explore whether scientists and companies who clone pets are acting unethically, or if they are simply responding to a demand in society. Additionally, I examine why people are willing to spend exorbitant amounts of money to clone their pets, and what this says about society's relationship with their pets. Not long ago, cloning your pet was seen as something out of a science fiction movie.
Welcome to Repet, where love means no surprises. Your pet doesn't want to break your heart. Thanks to Repet, he doesn't have to. We can clone your four-legged loved one in just a few short hours.
However, today is now reality. The first sheep, Dolly, was cloned in 1996, and the first dog in 2005. Since then, the deep emotional bond that people have with their pets has led to a growing number of people cloning their pets, especially their dogs. Many people see cloning as a way to preserve the memory of their pet and continue their pet's legacy. However, are people truly getting an identical clone of their beloved pet? And if not, is it worth subjecting animals to pain and suffering in the cloning process? Are humans the villains in this scenario, or are people simply responding to the possibilities that scientists have made available? The cost of pet cloning is staggering, with prices around $100,000. Yet despite the expense, more and more people are seeking this option. The process of cloning pets, however, raises ethical concerns. In a video exposing South Korea's dog cloning industry, Soam Biotech was shown keeping dogs who had given birth to litters in pens with glass doors. Dogs of larger breeds are preferred as they can carry larger litters and are less likely to encounter complications during birth. Technicians extract eggs from the ovaries of these dogs and then remove the nucleus from inside the egg. The extracted nucleus is replaced with the DNA from the animal the owner wishes to clone. This DNA becomes the nucleus of a new life, which is implanted into the surrogate mother. On average, the surrogate mother undergoes the implantation process 1.5 times. A report by CBS also found that the success rate is very small and that cloning is a huge waste of animal life. The pain and suffering that animals endure during this process raises moral and ethical questions. This issue of pet cloning is directly connected to our class on animal ethics. It highlights the fact that when it comes to cloning, humans often act like monsters. Just like in farming, where animals are often mistreated, cloning animals involves similar ethical dilemmas. Humans frequently play God with animals. We experiment on rats, monkeys, and various other species. While some experiments aim to benefit humanity by finding cures for disease, others are driven by selfish motives. Animal ethics reminds us of our obligation to recognize animals as sentient beings capable of experiencing pain and suffering. Many theorists believe a key criterion in determining whether an action is ethical or moral is whether animals suffered as a result of a person's actions. If we treat animals as objects to provide us with what we want and do not take their feelings into account, we are not acting ethically. Treating animals solely as objects to fulfill our desires disregards their emotions and well-being, and arguably goes against ethical principles. Yet, when people are making the decision to clone their pets, it is often because of the love they have for their pets. Many people in the 21st century view their pets as part of their family. When an animal dies, many owners who are interested or have decided to get their pet cloned talk about the dog's personality, the relationship they had with their dog, which makes them miss their dog more. For example, in the video about Soam Biotech, the owner of the dog was convinced that his dog wanted to be reborn after his death. Applying human characteristics or personalities to dogs is called anthropomorphism. Researchers from the College of Veterinary Medicine at Michigan State University explain it as, we don't know exactly what our pets are thinking or feeling, do we? So we anthropomorphize them because they love us and we love them. So we must feel some of the same emotions and want some of the same things, right? However, humans don't truly know what their dogs are thinking, and we often project our own ideas and desires onto our pets. The relationship people have with their pets, particularly dogs, comes down to science. It is easy to anthropomorphize your dogs because of their social nature, which has been enhanced by selective breeding. We've had dogs as our pets and used their skills throughout history. Over time, our relationship with dogs has grown to what we have now, where people refer to their dogs as their fur babies. Scientists explain that people's attachment to their pets is due to the hormones in our bodies: oxytocin, cortisol, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. These hormones make pet owners want to spend more time with their pets and do more things for them. As part of my research, I conducted a few polls on social media. One poll on a dog Facebook group, and asked people whether they consider their dog as part of their family, and the other asked whether they would consider cloning their pet, if they could afford to. More people responded to the first question, with 108 people, 85%, saying they considered their pet as part of their family. Only 14% or 18 people said they would clone their pet. In a similar poll on Instagram, 100% of the 17 people who responded said they viewed their dog as part of their family, with a large number saying they anthropomorphized their dogs in various ways, dressing them 64% and treating them like their baby 92%. But only 50% said they would clone their dog. This finding is similar to an article, "Can Friends Be Copied? Ethical Aspects of Cloning Dogs as Companion Animals," which found that cloning companion dogs violates the dog's integrity in two ways. It has a negative welfare implications for the cloned dogs, and it reduces them to serving human interests. If we view our relationships with our pet dogs as friendships, then the ethical values and meaningfulness of cloning a companion dog are questionable. The authors argue that the relationship between people and their dogs is altered if cloning is introduced. Cloning not only disrupts the uniqueness of the relationship, as the shared history underpinning the relationship cannot be copied, it also violates the meaning of friendships. Can we really just replace our friends with a copy? The fact that the majority of people polled viewed their pet as part of their family, but only a few said they would clone their pets, suggests that for those who view their pets as part of their family, cloning their pet may be like cloning their kids. If cloning were to be pursued for children, even more ethical issues arise. Would we continue trying if the first clones proved to be unhealthy? The notion that humans can feel differently about animals according to how they classify them is something that anthropologist Levi Stratus discussed in his work. For example, there are animals we eat and animals we don't eat, animals that we consider dangerous and wild, and animals that we consider part of our family, like domestic dogs. The idea of anthropomorphism, people attaching human-like characteristics to their pets, is encouraging some people to want to clone their pets, because they can't bear to lose the relationship they have with their dog. Companies that clone pets, like Soam Biotech, are manipulating people's emotions and attachment to their pets for their financial gain. At the same time, for others, because they see their dog as a family member, cloning them seems even more ethically and morally wrong, akin to cloning a child. If people want to clone their pets, were made more aware of what happens and how many dogs die as a result of cloning, then perhaps they wouldn't be so keen on doing it. However, not surprisingly, companies that undertake cloning are keen to keep that aspect of the process hidden. As this video has shown, there are many ethical dilemmas involved in cloning pets, and neither the companies who clone pets and the people who get their pets cloned are really acting ethically.